Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. This is a bike I've been trying to get my hands on for a while now. This is the 2020 Specialized Roubaix Expert model. And the reason why I want to get my hands on it was just to show off some of this new technology that they offer. They revamped this frame, I want to say 2 years ago. I think like 2018, 2019 is when they remodeled it. And they did a lot of things to improve this frame to make it more strive to be lighter, more competitive, more aggressive, and more aerodynamic, which I'll kind of go over those features. So starting off with this bike, it retailed for $6,000. It does come with Shimano Ultegra RX, which is like their gravel road series, Di2. So this is a full electronic grouping right here. So it's going to be a battery powered drivetrain, no wires. And it does come with Roubaix C38 wheels. And this is a very nice wheel set. That's kind of a budget wheel set. They are carbon clinchers. It's a disc brake. It's just a Roubaix 350 hub on here as well. So it's a DT 350 hub, but just with the Roubaix branding on there. And they are tubeless ready as well. So if you do want to take this and maybe put a bigger tire on here, go on some more off-roadish kind of roads, and you want to put some tubeless tires, you can do that. So yeah, let me show you guys some of those features. Obviously, I want to start off talking about this guy right here. This is the Future Shock. This is their 2.0 edition, so you can see the way you can tell the difference between the 1.5 and the 2.0 edition. The 2.0 edition always will have this little top cap on top of here, and you can kind of see it's a little dial with the plus and minus symbols. The 1.5 model of the Future Shock is just going to be a spring. The 2.0 is going to be a hydraulic 20mm travel. So, and the reason why, or the reason how that's possible, or the reason why they did that is so you can actually do this with the lockout. So when you do turn this all the way on, the bike will stay stiff. So if you don't want the movement at the time, let's say you're riding on a really smooth road, this thing will stay stiff, so that way you don't need it. And right here, you open back up, now it actually has that 20mm of travel for that Future Shock. And you guys can kind of remember when this bike actually debuted, and Peter Sagan won it on the Tour de France, I'm sorry, the Paris-Roubaix ride. He actually had this little knob up here to tighten down for when he sprinted, so that way he wasn't getting any movement, he didn't want to lose any power. That's just a benefit to that. So, and to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure you can swap out. So if you buy a Roubaix model, Sport or Comp or anything like that with a 1.5 Future Shock, I'm pretty sure you can swap this out and put a 2.0 in here if you just buy one through their specialized dealer. I don't know if they sell them aftermarket, but you can do that. So they're all compatible within each other. With the bike, it does come with their hover bars. So a little bit of a rise on here to make it a little bit more comfortable. This is their specialized smart stem, or their Future Shock stem. It's called a Future Stem. So it does have an integrated Garmin mounts that you can that comes with the bikes as well, that you can put on here and attach to the stem, so you're not running a mount on here. It is a little bit smaller diameter to fit on here, but like I did in a video before, you can put whatever stem you wanted to in the future on this Future Shock. Everything is compatible. It comes with an adapter to put on there. These are the Ultegra shifters on here, so you have the Di2 and the button up top here if you want to hook up a Garmin to that as well. The junction box right here, so this is if you're running electronic. There's no more in the handlebars for this type of bike. They modeled it down here, so this is where you would charge a bike at. This is where you do some tearing if you needed to adjust the gears in the back. Bring it to this little dove-shaped tail back here for the Roubaix. The reason of this design, you can see this little rubber gasket or grommet or whatever to kind of cover up the seat post. If you bear with me real quick, the camera angle's gonna get real bad. Let's see if I can take this off. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna show you the inside of here. All right, cool, so we can slide this up. So bring it back to the Roubaix. The Roubaix used to have those little zerts inside the seat stays, if you remember different models. If you remember the older models, they used to have these little polyurethane zerts inside the rear stays that were just like a dampening vibration. So as the tires are hitting the road and vibrations are coming up through the wheels, through the frame, they kind of numbed that as it got to here. And now they took this a step further. They did an integrated seat wedge on here. So you can kind of see that's the adjustment. That's a 4mm. That's where you would adjust the seat height positioning. This is a full carbon fiber seat post. But what this does is that because it has this room, so if you hit bumps or you're on a bumpy road, it's allowing you to go back and forth to kind of disperse that, like almost like a suspension, like shocks on like a truck or something, like a spring weight or something like that, where it can go back and forth. So there is no rubber, there's no shocks on here, but because it has this movement or this play that's allowing that, you can actually get some comfort out of that. So you're getting suspension without actually getting anything that moves, because no one wants this thing to be bounced up and down like on their Cobble Gobbler seat used to do. So this is a proprietary seat post for this model. It's called their Pave. Let's see if I can get that in there. Pave, full carbon seat post. They are running the power titanium saddle or power titanium rails on here. But yeah, so a little bit background behind this bike. It is more aerodynamic than the new Tarmac or the Tarmac SO6. So with this dovetail and a little aerodynamics on here, the lower seat stays and everything, this bike is more aerodynamic than the SO6 model. It's going to be lighter than the Venge as well, so it was a great bike to be in between. The head tube on here is a little bit taller, so you can kind of see the head tube is a little bit taller than a Tarmac, and the positioning of this geometry is going to be a little bit taller as well, especially the Future Shock too. You can make this taller as well. Inside the parts box for the Specialized Roubaix is 3 little spacers, 5mm a piece. You can remove this whole Future Shock out, put 3 spacers here, and make this bike even taller if you wanted to. The front fork is more elongated than the Tarmac as well, following that traditional, not the comfort bike, but you know, it's just gonna make the bike overall more comfortable. And the whole reason behind this is more of their endurance line of a bike, but they want to make it to the point where you're not just buying an endurance bike, because that's what a lot of people were thinking when they bought the old Roubaix. They're known to be more upright, heavier, slower bike. And so whenever you were looking to buy one, people wanted to sacrifice comfortability to get a faster bike. Now in this case, you don't have to do that. It's super comfortable. It's a dream to ride, honestly. It carries its speed at the top end very easily as well. But now you're not sacrificing any of that speed when you go to a bike like this, which is a great thing. You're gonna see a lot more pros riding these bikes, especially on the Paris-Roubaix. I don't know if you guys have been watching the new Tour de France, but that first stage was the SL7. They're all riding. Maybe on a bumpier stage, or if they have some unfinished roads, you might see some of the guys riding a Roubaix. But yeah, that's the whole idea on this bike. So just to recap, the 2021s are the same price point, the same Future Shock, the same gearing, everything like that. So you can, it will be the same bike, I believe. So there really is no difference on there. They also have a Pro model coming out that I'll show you a picture of, but this is their Ultegra Di2 RX. And also on here, on this RX model, the Ultegra, you have this little clutch here, which I showed in previous videos, where you hit the on. This cage won't move as much, like if you're taking on gravel. You turn it off, now it's gonna give you a smoother shift, and the chain can move more. So if you care more about your smooth shifts on a smooth road, and you wanna feel each time, leave that off. If you're gonna run some gravel roads, or you wanna put a wider tire in here, which you can, this comes stock with a 28 tire. I think these can take up to a 32. That way you can run on some gravel roads if you want to. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. If you are lucky, you might be able to find some of these 2020s available left over. Shops still have them available, like I just got this one in recently. And we can do better deals on them as well, because of the fact that it's an older model year. And you're still getting all that same technology. They didn't change anything for the frame-wise for the 2021. So, but great bike. If you're looking for something that's gonna be comfortable to ride, but you are not lacking any performance at all, this would be the bike to go with. I mean, if you want that balls to the wall, really aggressive bent over Tarmac or Venge frame, you feel more bumps and everything, go for it. But this Roubaix, they did a really good job on it. I'm hyped on it. I sell a lot of these bikes. They are very comfortable, but you're not lacking any speed. So if you guys are new to the channel, please leave a like, please comment, subscribe. That really helps me out. If you guys want to see any kind of tech specs or comments in between, or you just have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I do have a lot more content coming out as well. I got a lot more videos. I try to do these things later in the day, but I'm a little bit busy at work, so it's like 100 degrees out here doing this video, so I'm gonna try and go inside as possible. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this review. Let me know what you guys think about the Future Shock. If you guys have questions, if you're buying this bike, let me know, and I can try to help you out if you have any questions on this in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching, like always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.